like this.
I can see that. How many ladies do we have this morning?
I restricted myself to the ladies of the neighborhood on Saturday morning. Normally that would be just 3. But today, we've got Shelby Eaton. She's not a regular, she's the daughter of a regular. I could do something special with her hair. She's getting married today. Now, how long have you been in town?
A few weeks.
New in town. Must be exciting being in a new place. I wouldn't know. I've lived here all my life.
Oh, it's a little scary.
I can imagine. Well, tell me things about yourself.
Oh, there's nothing to tell. I live here. I got a job now. That's it. Come on, give me back issues of Southern hair.
Sure. It's essential to keep abreast of the latest styles. I'm glad to see your interest. I get McCall's, Family Circle, Glamour, Mademoiselle, Ladies Home Journal, every magazine on demand. You must live close by, within walking distance. I mean, I didn't see a car.
Oh, my car. I don't have a car. I've been staying across the river at Rubling's boarding house.
Ooh, that's quite a walk. It's rubbling. Now there's the story. She's a twisted, troubled soul. Her life has been an experiment in terror. Her husband killed in World War II. Her son was killed in Vietnam. I have to tell you, when it comes to suffering, she's right up there with Elizabeth Taylor.
What? Is that a gunshot?
Yes, dear, I believe it is. Look in the hot plate, please.
But why is someone firing a gun in a nice neighborhood like this?
It's a long story. It has to do with Shelby's wedding and her father. Here, if you just ignore it like the rest of the neighborhood.
Knock, knock.
Morning, Clary.
Morning, Trudy.
I tried to call you to tell you I was running late, no answer.
I was at the high school. I was out at the crack of dawn.
Adele, I want you to meet the former First Lady of Chinkapin, Mrs. Belcher. Clary, this is Adele. She's taking Judy's place.
Pleased to meet you.
I'm a little embarrassed. If I'd known I was meeting new people, I would have took a little more pride in my appearance. I'm in the dedication of this new football field. I'm not always this window.
Adele, they named the stadium after her late husband, Lloyd Belcher Memorial Coliseum. The team has voted her all sorts of special titles.
And I have the pom-poms to prove it. What's your name, dear?
Oh, my married name's Dupuy.
I don't think I know any Dupuis.
Oh, I just moved here. I'm originally from Zwali.
Well, that explains it. Trudy, I thought I brought you those recipes.
Clary, the reason I called is, do you mind if I do Shelby first?
Oh, that's fine. I'll amuse myself. Shelby's the most important one today. Oh, that man, that's funny. I think the situation's getting worse than ever.
And then we're gonna need some more towels. They're stacked up next to the washing machine.
Sweet girl, where'd you find her?
She heard I had a position open and just walked in. I think there's a story here.
What makes you say that?
For starters, she's married, but she lives at Rubling's alone.
I'd get to the bottom of this if I were you. You have some nice silverware you like to keep.
Oh, I'm not worried about that. She's very nice. I just love the idea of hiring someone with a past.
She can't be more than 18. She hasn't had time to have a past.
Well, I mean, it's not age. If you can achieve puberty, you can achieve a past. Yuck! Adele, how'd you make this coffee?
Like you said, I poured hot water through the thing.
Where'd you get the water?
It was boiling on the stove.
Did you notice the hot dogs in the bottom of the pot?
Please, I'm so sorry.
That's okay. I love a good hot dog, just not with the cream and sugar.
She's probably not an international spy, but if she works out, I may let her rent the garage apartment.
Well, I thought the twins were going to live there when they go to the school.
Recent developments. Louis is going away to LSU now, and Poot has decided to work for my cousin in Baltimore. He doesn't want to be called Poot anymore. The babies are growing up.
I can't believe your kids are old enough to leave the nest.
You know I was a child bride. Well, I look at the bright side. I've got some places to visit now. I always wanted to go to Baltimore. I'm told it's the heritage capital of the world.
Oh, here they are. I'm so fat I couldn't feel them.
The recipes, let me see. Yum, this sounds delicious.
It is, and the biscuit makes it so simple. And this and a functioning tech baller, this is absurd.
Yum. Now, are these chocolate chips in my sweet or milk?
Milk.
Is the carob syrup light or dark?
What matter of taste?
Well, where's that other one you were telling me about? Cuppa.
Oh, darling, that's so easy, you don't have to write it down. Cup of flour, cup of sugar, cup of fruit cocktail with the juice. Mix it all together and make it 350 till golden bubbly.
Sounds awfully rich.
It is. So I serve it over ice cream to cut the sweetness.
And now, give Miss Clarice some paper. I believe there's some stuff on the Frigidaire under the crawfish.
Okay.
Oh, and here's that article on Princess Di. Sometimes I wonder if trying to eat off his brain is enough oxygen. That is so annoying.
Probably next door to him.
Hi, everybody.
There she is. There's my girl. Come break my neck.
Hi, Truby. It is so good to see you. Morning, Miss Clarie. It's not that I'm unfriendly. I'm just worried about my nails.
What a pretty color.
Well, I hope it doesn't dry too dark. If it's too dark, it'll never do. You know the colors are never the same on the bottle.
You will always find that to be true.
Oh, this is drying way too dark. Practically pink on foot. Truby, do you have one of those nail polish remover things?
Here. Where's your mom?
Right behind me on dolls. Oh, hi, I'm Shelby Eaton, soon to be Latchery. Hi, I'm new.
Today's Nell's first day.
Oh, well, and now you are working with the best. Anybody gets their hair done in Truby's.
Absolutely. Shelby, you know I would walk on my lips to avoid criticizing anyone but your father's about to make us all pull our hair out, and that's bad for my business.
Well, I'm sure he'll be finished with his yard work soon.
Oh, son.
You're not the only one concerned. Mama is about to have a fit. She and Daddy are fighting like cats and dogs.
Oh, they're just anxious with so much going on.
No, they're not. They just try to create as much tension as possible in any given situation. It's a creed they live by.
You know, I was just reading an article in Glamour about tension during family occasions. It seems there can be a lot of stress and trauma. The thing I found most interesting is that stressful times can unleash deep, dark hostilities that make your hair fall out.
They're fighting over patio furniture. Jackson and I will never fight about silly things. Are you married now? Oh, I hope that coffee tastes better.
It smells right.
How pretty. Princess Grace.
Did you bring the picture of that hairdo like I asked?
Here you go. Now study it carefully. Oh, here's the baby's breath.
This is so exciting. I feel like present at the creation. There's something so wondrous about the way a bride looks. I feel its beauty in its purest form. Where are you going to put this stuff? There's no baby's breath in this picture.
Oh, you just stick it in. It's supposed to frame my face. Baby's breath is part of our whole decoration concept for a total romantic look. Oh, Miss Clarie, what cute shoes.
You think so? I'm not so sure. I think they're a little too racy for me. I'll probably give them away.
Well, those are two cha-cha for words. If you decide to get rid of them, I'll buy them from you.
What size do you wear?
Well, in a good shoe, I wear a size 6. But 7's still so good, I buy a size 8.
You're 8.5.
Perfect.
Hi, Mama. Look at Miss Clarie's shoes.
They're mine.
Is this a riddle?
And now this is my mama. How are things at the house?
Fine. Weezer Boudreaux just dropped by to talk with your father. One or both are probably lying in a pool of blood by now. Hello. Did you say Annelle? What a pretty name. It's unusual. I'm Malin.
How's the mother of the bride?
Don't ask.
What's the matter?
Nothing that a handful of prescription drugs couldn't take care of.
I'll take this for you.
Just put it over there.
And then why don't you go on and shampoo Miss Eaton? These girls have mountains to do today.
Ain't it the truth?
Our cocktail party's right on top.
Oh, piece of cake. Mama, this color is all wrong. It looks like a stuffed pig bled all over my hands.
Well, I'm sure I have something at the house that'll do.
But do you have pink?
Of course I have pink.
It has to be delicate.
Well, if If I don't have something, we'll send one of the boys out to get you some delicate pink nail polish.
Great idea, Mama. I'd love to see what Tommy can pick out.
Well, Lynn, is there anything I can do to help out? You've done plenty, Clary, and I think we're fairly situated. I just finished borrowing Everfern in North Louisiana. And the boys got in last night. They're handling the odds and ends.
Well, I hope that rain comes off. I'm sorry it's not a prettier day.
Oh, this is perfect weather for me. I don't function too well when it's hot. I love cloudy days. On cloudy days, I feel like, well, God's not trying very hard, so I shouldn't have to either.
She does sweat profusely.
Thank you, Mama.
He never bothers me, I love it. The spicy foods make me sweat, especially on top of my head. My hair gets wet.
I'll get it. It's probably for me. It's probably my mind trying to locate my body.
Trudy's. Oh, yes, sir, she is. Hold on a minute. Well, let me show you.
Yes, Drum. I don't know, I don't have. I don't have. Drum, if you're trying to drive me crazy, you're too late. The last time I do not have it. Ask the boys. Goodbye.
What did Daddy want?
So you want to sweep it up, leave some softness around your ears?
Sweep it up.
Yes, Mama. Up, like Princess Grace.
Did you bring Truvy that picture of Jacqueline Smith?
No, I brought the picture of Princess Grace. I destroyed that picture of Jacqueline Smith.
I thought I had made you understand the advantages of the Jacqueline Smith hairdo.
No, Mama.
Well, at least I managed to talk her out of that stupid idea of sticking baby's breath all in her hair.
Keep your head in sync, please.
Ow! I'm sorry! I'm so sorry! I find cold water refreshing.
Trudy, can I copy your recipe for strawberry pie?
Sure. Your mother doesn't tell us much, Shelby. What's Jackson like?
He's pretty swell. I thought he was a pest at first, but then he kind of grew on me. Now I love him.
Where'd you meet him?
At a party at the Petroleum Club in Shreveport. I had no idea who he was, but I was getting the biggest kick out of watching him on the dance floor. It was painfully obvious he had never taken the time to dance in front of a mirror. There was something so attractive about how stupid he looked.
Is he real romantic?
No, but he does bring me flowers and little presents when I bug him enough. He has promised to give me one red rose on every anniversary corresponding to the number of that anniversary, and I think that's very sweet.
Well, now, that's a romantic idea, isn't it?
Yes, just wish it had been his.
Lloyd and I missed it to 50 years by 3 months. That stinker. Bless his heart. He tried, just couldn't make it.
You remember your wedding?
Of course I do. I remember everything. I remember the flowers and the food. Weezer was my maid of honor. Shelby, I hope you and Jackson will be as happy as Lloyd and I were. We had such a good time until last November. Well, at least he held on to the state playoffs.
Miss Marie, there's still good times to be had.
Oh, sure, but I miss the whirlwind of being a mayor's wife. It's not easy being just one, and I don't like going to things by myself. If I go with another couple, I'm a third wheel. And if I go with a friend, we're just a couple of biddies.
I'm sure somebody like you can find something to occupy your time.
Well, I really do love football, but it's hard to parlay that into a reason to live.
Let's just face it, Clary. You're a woman coming to terms with her grits. You and I are in the same boat. My kids are leaving town, and I've got a husband who has moved in front of the TV set in 15 years. It's up to us to figure out how we can put on this earth. That's today's saying. So, Shelby, are you and Jackson going to live in West Monroe or Monroe proper?
Oh, Monroe, of course. His law practice is there.
Oh, Shelby, you're so lucky. Louisiana lawyers do well whether they want to or not.
Well, I don't really care. Don't get me wrong, the money is get old and sit on the back porch, but just covered with grandchildren, and say, no, stop that.
Are you gonna quit nursing?
Never, I love it. I love being around all those babies. Last week we had this poor little fella, 2.5 months premature. He looks like a big rat. I kept talking to him and holding him. I knew he wasn't going to make it. That's so sad. It happens all the time.
Drum and I feel that Shelby shouldn't work after she gets married.
I'm so anxious to discuss this topic for the 900th time this week.
You should not be on your feet all day. You should be kinder to your circulatory system.
And now I know you're doing all, but don't let that stop you. Anytime you have anything to say, you just letter it.
I don't have anything to say.
Well, Melinda, it looks like we're ready to roll. I think we can trust the nail to roll you up, don't you? Do you think you could roll up Miss Eatonton a nail?
Oh, I don't know. Today's very special and my work tends to be too poofy whenever I'm nervous. Does your dress have to go over your head?
You can't screw up her hair. You just tease it and make it look like a red football helmet.
I must have missed the passage in Emily Post that said all of you should be heaped on the mother of the bride. Go ahead, Nell. I'm sure you'll do a beautiful job. It doesn't matter what I look like anyway.
Hush, girls. Shelby, tell me things about the wedding. How many bridesmaids?
9.
Oh, Lord.
Exactly.
I hope that photographer brings a wide angle lens.
Well, I think it's embarrassing and awful, but Mama made me have my cousins and Margie St. Marie's.
Shelby, it couldn't be helped, and you know it.
It will be pretentious. Daddy always says that an ounce of pretension is worth a pound of manure.
Gloria, Dogwood Lane.
Mama, I wish you'd get off Daddy's back. He already gets enough hassle from Miss Louisa.
Tell her about your colors.
Yes, what are your colors, Shelby?
Blush and bashful.
Her colors are pink and pink.
Blush and bashful.
I ask you, how precious is this wedding going to get?
My colors are blush and bashful. I've chosen 2 shades of pink, one is much deeper than the other.
The bridesmaid dresses are beautiful.
And the ceremony will be too. All the walls are beige with sprays of flowers in the 2 shades of blush and bashful. There's a pink carpet specially laid out for the service, and pink silk bunting draped over anything that would stand still.
The sanctuary looks like it's been hosed down with Pepto-Bismol.
I like pink.
I tried to talk her into using peaches and cream. It would be so lovely this time of year. And all the azaleas in our yard are peach colored. And peach is so flattering to every skin tone.
No way. Pink is my signature color.
What color is your dress, Lynn?
Peach and cream.
Beige lace to the knee.
I'm wearing a sexy blue chiffon. Shelby Jackson's gonna take one look at me and leave you behind the dust.
Mama's dress is gorgeous. It costs more than my wedding dress.
It did not. It was on sale.
That is just what she told Daddy. What she actually meant was that it was for sale, not on sale.
I get it. Hello? Oh, hi, Janice. Yes, I heard. Well, I know it's an emergency, but today I'm dealing with Shelby. Or tomorrow's Sunday. What? Fine, sure. Come back to church.
Truly, you shouldn't give up your Sundays.
Well, you know how neurotic Janice Van Meter is about her appearance.
Janice is the current man's wife. We hate her.
So, Shelby, fill me in on the reception.
Oh, there's gonna be ferns and twinkly lights. There's gonna be magnolias in the pool.
I only hope your father didn't get any of those magnolias from Weezer's side of the tree. We'd never hear the end of it.
The wedding cake is gonna be by the pool, and the groom's cake is gonna be hidden away in a carport.
Shelby and I agree on one thing. The groom's cake.
Oh, it is awful. It's in the shape worse. The cake pot is red velvet cake. Blood red. People are gonna be hacking in this animal that looks like it's bleeding to death.
The rehearsal supper was an experience.
It wasn't that bad. It was out at Jackson's uncle's place on the river.
They served steak and baked potato. They went to a lot of trouble.
His family loves to barbecue.
The dessert was an original creation called a Dago pie. I think that says it all. Jackson comes from a good old Southern family with good old Southern values. You either shoot it, stuff it, or marry it.
They're simply outdoorsy, that's all.
Did you all do anything especially romantic?
We drove down to Frenchman's Point with parking.
Shelby, really?
Oh boy, the romantic part. This is what really knows my butter.
And then we went skinny dipping and did things that fried the fish.
It's been a long time since we had a youngster in this place, hasn't it?
We talked and talked and talked.
I love those kind of talks and the arms that make me love.
Actually, we fought most of the time.
What?
Well, I told him I wouldn't marry him.
What?
Why would you go and do a thing like that?
That's all okay now. We worked it all out.
Oh, it was just one of those last minute jitter things.
No, but the wedding's still on.
Well, thank goodness, because this is going to be in the Hairdo Hall of Fame.
Well, you scared us, Shelby, and that wasn't a nice thing to do to your mom. You don't say things like that to a woman who's marinating 50 pounds of crab claws.
Ooh, make it up pretty extremely romantic. I'm jealous of this romance so much.
Oh, Trudy, it can't be that bad.
The last romantic thing my husband did was in 1972. He closed his carport so I could support him. Very nice, Nell. Think you know what you're doing.
Oh, thank you. Mrs. Eaton, you have great hair, and your scalp's as clean as a whistle.
I tried.
Plus running the family. Shelby, your hair's so pretty, so thick. Hold your head up, darling.
Stop it.
Shelby, Malin,
Oh, honey.
I'll get some juice.
Trudy, there's some candy in my purse.
I got peppermint right here.
Shelby, we're getting you some juice.
Should I get her a cookie?
Shelby, we got some juice coming. Here, drink.
Leave me alone.
Drink some juice, honey.
No.
Who could blame my juice after a compliment?
I have candy in my purse.
You didn't bring your purse. Have a sip.
No.
Oh, I was not any wonder what with all the wedding nonsense and running around.
Excuse me, should I call the doctor or something?
No.
Shelby's a diabetic.
She's got a little too much insulin, that's all. She'll be fine if we can get something in her. Have another sip, Shelby.
I'm gonna leave if you don't leave me alone.
I'd like to see you try. Shelby, cooperate. Drink.
Honey, drink, please.
There we go. Oh,
That one hit her quick.
yes, she's on the pill now and her hormones are running wild. She'll get on an even keel pretty soon.
She could hurt herself, Melinda. What if this happened when she been driving a car?
Perhaps that explains why I have so much gray hair. You've known Shelby as long as I have. You know I'll have to let her be strong. She doesn't seem to be down too deep.
Talk to her, Shelby.
No.
That's good enough.
She and Jackson have been going round and round. She's been so upset lately. Dr. Michoud told her at the last appointment that children are not possible. It's not the easiest thing in the world to sit there and watch your child's heart break.
Don't talk about me like I'm not here.
Yeah, she's making sense. This one wasn't so bad, but I think a little more juice.
Should I do something? I mean, can I call somebody?
No. She'll be all right in a minute. She probably won't remember anything, but don't fuss over her. Normality is very important to Shelby.
I'm sorry to hear about the children part, Lynn.
I know. She seems to think Jackson might be throwing away his chance at children. They discussed it, and he seems to take it all right. Shelby's the one that's pushing the issue. He's crazy about it.
He said, shut up. Don't be stupid. There are plenty of kids out there that need good homes. We'll adopt 10 of them. We'll buy them if we have to.
Jackson sounds like good people to me.
Well, I knew right then and there that if he was dumb enough to spend the rest of his life with me, well, then I guess I'm dumb enough to marry him.
Shelby.
Shelby, honey, it's Tommy for you.
Shelby, it's Tommy. He wants to know where your car is.
Absolutely not. It's the honeymoon getaway car. He just wants to defile it. Said Jonathan's been buying rubbers by the case.
Tommy, you and Jonathan better not be decorating your sister's car with condoms. It is tacky.
She'll have to call me back.
Thank you, Mama.
Sit up straight. I've got Gilda Lily. Will you be taking it down after the reception? I'll be glad to give you a touch-up before you leave on the honeymoon.
I'm gonna leave it up as long as possible.
Let me guess where the honeymoon is. I picture tropical, moonlight days, secluded, somewhere you can be intimate outdoors.
Las Vegas.
The weather's supposed to be nice. Here's what I live in the blow dryer.
About what Jackson said.
Mama, I'd really rather not talk about it anymore. What happens in my life now is between Jackson and me. Jackson will take care of me. I'll take care of him.
Well, you can't blame people for being concerned about you, darling.
About what Jackson said. About children was wise and wonderful. Not being able to have children is no disgrace. Shelby, are you listening to me?
Mama, I know all about adoption. I also know all about the limitations of this body and mind. I would never do anything stupid.
Finally, you're listening to reason.
Now, Shelby, you're gonna have to start untangling this baby's breath.
Oh, Shelby, no.
Mama, it's my wedding. I'll stick baby's breath up my nose if I want to.
Got enough.
Fine. Supposed to be the expert on behavior and can't seem to manage the people in my own family.
Oh, did you tell him, Mama?
Tell us what?
Oh, it's nothing really. I might be promoted to the administrator of the Mental Guidance Center.
Oh, that's wonderful. That guidance center does such good work for these nerves.
I wish I'd taken my boys there when they were little and straightened them out. I should have realized Louie had problems when his imaginary playmates wouldn't play with him.
Your boys grew up fine. They're just a little scary, that's all.
I just think it must be fun for Melinda to have access to all that secret, personal information. Come on, Melinda, tell us some of your most bizarre mental cases and let us guess who they are. There's a lot of sick tickets in this town.
I will not discuss office business in a social setting. People need a place they can come and unload their problems, and I would never violate their confidence.
Well, Mama says she doesn't talk. She means it. She's a brick wall.
Well, as someone always said, if you can't say anything nice about anyone, come sit by me.
Do y'all realize how rude we're being to poor Annette here? A nail? She doesn't know us from Adam's house cat, and we keep talking about things foreign to her experiences. Annette, tell us all about yourself.
Oh, there's nothing to tell.
Well, where do you live?
On the corner of Jefferson and Second.
Which corner?
The one where you can't see the house for all the weeks.
You must be Miss Romoline's house.
Oh, she's my landlady.
You getting along with her?
What's the matter with her?
Nothing. Are you happy with her?
She scares me. She's always watching me, and sometimes I catch her looking through my keyhole.
Oh dear, she must not be taking her medication. I'll check with her on Monday. Shelby, why don't you finish off your juice?
Oh, I'm fine, Mama. Here, you finish it.
You go ahead and finish it. It'll be a while before the bridesmaids' luncheon.
Trudy, you know what you need in here. You need a radio. Music is wonderful to have in the background. It takes all the pressure of having to talk so much.
I used to have one, but I slammed it against the wall when I couldn't figure out where the batteries went. I know now I was the victim of premenstrual syndrome.
Well, I've got 4 radios as wedding presents. I'll give you one.
Sweet.
What did I just hear? Oh yes, the Aunt Tilly family is selling KPPD. I wonder how much radio stations are selling for.
A lot. But they're licensed to print money if they're run right.
Oh, Miss Chloe, you should buy KPPD. Yeah, plenty of money.
What would I do with a radio station? Business never interested me at all. Lloyd always took care of all of that stuff.
Shelby, why don't you finish off your juice?
Forget the damn juice.
Shelby, be fine now. Oh, anyway, I always carry extra mints in my bag, just in case.
Then take some of the butterscotch in that dish. Throw some in her bag, Clary. They are the best. They start out real hard, but once you suck all the coating off, they get real chewy. My two favorite things. Crunchy and chewy and buttery, all in one. Delicious.
Malin, do you always carry candy in your bag?
Without fail.
Well, tell me, do you suck on this? Oh,
Marie, put that back.
I had to go take my red weapons in my shop.
How did you get Daddy's gun away from him?
I've been waiting for my chance all morning. He finally put it down to go to the bathroom.
I'd like to ask a question. I'm new here and all. Is my life in danger?
Oh, no. Malia's husband's just been shooting at some birds. The trees around here are full of them this time of year.
And our backyard is full of fruit trees.
Which are full of birds. Daddy's just been trying to frighten the birds out of the trees by making loud noises. I didn't want the guests at my reception to be spending all night dodging bird poo.
The neighborhood is fit to be tied. Weezer Boudreaux blames her father's gunshots for all the problems of that mangy dog of hers. She feels that all the noise is making that stupid animal's hair fall out.
Taking the gun was a stroke of genius, Malin.
What do we do if he comes over here and tries to get his gun back?
Oh, Drum would never set foot in a beauty salon. This is women's territory. He probably thinks we all run around here naked or something.
There's somebody coming. It's a strange lady with a strange dog.
oh, that would be Weezer.
That is an ugly dog. What kind of dog is that?
If Rick had hair, he'd be a collie.
Lord, give us strength.
This is it. I found it. I am in hell. Don't try to get on my good side. I no longer have one.
You're not expected until 11.
That's precisely why I'm here. I have to cancel. I have to take my poor dog to the vet before he has a nervous breakdown. The dog, I mean. The vet. May I have a glass of water? I have been screaming this morning.
Weezer, I'm sorry things have gotten out of hand.
Malin, it's not your fault. I used to think you were crazy for marrying that man. Then for a few years I thought maybe you were just a glutton for punishment. Now I realize you must be on some mission from God. I have not slept in days. I look like a dog's dinner. However, when I got up this morning, I decided I would try to rise above it. I would start anew. Whatever that man has done, I would honor it and overlook it and honor your wedding day, Shelby. I thought I would make myself a little presentable and plus up the house in case somebody wanted to drop in. It being a big day in the neighborhood. I go out to cut some fresh flowers for the living room. I go down to my magnolia tree and there is not a bloom on it.
Weezer, the judge has not yet decided whose tree that is exactly.
It's mine. Be that as it may, it would not be too much to ask for me to have one blossom to brighten my home. I am all alone except for my dog.
You need something in your life besides that dumb animal.
Put a lid on it, Clary. I was standing there looking at my naked magnolia tree when I saw Drum across the way, loading what appeared to be a cat. I asked him what happened to all those magnolia blossoms. He said the wind probably blew them off. Then I asked him how the wind managed to blow them all off into your pool. Then he fired at me. Is that rude or what?
They're blanks, and Drum would never aim a gun at a lady.
He's a real gentleman. I'll maybe take some dishes out of the sink before he pees. weeds in it. That is uncalled for. All I know is my poor animal has to be sedated. He has a condition.
Are you sure that's true? Brett is a very old dog.
I am simply going on what the vet tells me.
Which vet?
Why are you black?
That's your first mistake. Why you black is a moron. I'm not even sure he has opposable thumbs.
Miss Lisa, Daddy's not trying to drive you crazy. He's just trying to make my reception nice. His heart is in the right place.
But he cannot do this to my dog. My dog is on his last legs. What am I going to do with the poor animal?
Well, I have a lot of good recipes here.
Darling, whatever your name is, would you look out that window and check on my dog while I smack Clary on her smart mouth? You may not believe this, but these are the dearest friends I have in this town.
Well, his color's good, and his skin is real pink.
Well, I know for a fact that there will be no more gunshots. So why don't you just relax, Miss Lisa? Have some coffee.
Ladies, this is gonna work out beautifully. I'm almost through with Shelby, and then I'm gonna shampoo Weezer. See? Right? It'll be wonderful.
All right, as long as there's no more gunshots, I'll stay. What is your name? Did you tell me?
Anil.
Fine. Are you new in town? I know everyone. I don't ever recall seeing you before.
Oh, I just moved to town not too long ago.
With your family?
No, I don't have any family to speak of.
With your husband?
My husband? Oh, well, that's hard to say. I don't know.
You don't know.
Well, I'm not sure.
I'm intrigued. Are you married or not? These are not difficult questions.
Well, we're not. He's not. I can't talk about it.
Of course you can.
Well, I don't know if I'm married or not. He's gone.
Honey, men are the most horrible creatures.
Everything is horrible. Bunky, that's my husband. He just left. We only moved here a month ago. He just vanished last week.
No idea where he went?
Nobody knows. He took the money, my jewelry, the car. Most of my clothes were in the trunk.
Well, there might have been foul play. Have you been to the police?
No, but they've been to me. He's in big trouble with the law, drugs or something. He never paid the rent on our house, so I got thrown out and had to move into crazy old Miss Robeline's. The police keep questioning me, but I don't know anything. They say my marriage may not be legal.
You should have said something.
Oh, I was scared too. I need a job in the worst way, and I didn't know if you'd hire someone who may or may not be married to someone who might be a dangerous criminal. But I swear to you that my personal tragedy will not interfere with my ability to do good hair.
Of course it won't.
I really don't think things could get any worse.
Of course they can.
You are so brave.
You must be made of courage.
I'm totally alone. Checks are bouncing everywhere. Everything's going wrong. I keep asking myself, why me?
They are awful. We are all hateful, awful people here. All we've been talking about is weddings and psychotic animals. We've been tearing you up inside, haven't we? I can't tell you how sorry I am. We've been through such a terrible time. Sometimes we don't know how lucky we are.
Well, what can we do to help?
I know one thing I can do. Tonight you are going to drop by my house and have yourself a slice of bleeding armadillo groom's cake. It's going to be a great party.
I couldn't. I still get real emotional sometimes.
I can't stand the thought of anyone being upset or alone tonight. And if you find yourself starting to get sad, you just watch my husband dance. It's real funny.
You all are so nice.
We enjoy being nice to each other. It's There's not much else to do in this town.
But I don't have anything to wear.
No problem. I'll bet I have something that'll do. I'll call the house.
Now, if you're interested, my garage apartment will be available soon. My son is living there now. Just give me a day to straighten it up and sweep out the bed, then come take a look at it. I'm sure we'll learn over some rain on the way at home.
Oh, good. Jonathan, I need you to do me a favor. Yes, now. I need you to go into my closet and bring me 2 or 3 of my Sunday things. Well, just anything. Use your judgment. Very well. Bring me the pink dress with the white collar. Bring me the pink suit with the pink cherries pinned to the jacket. And the pink and white polka dot. No, Jonathan. Mama doesn't have Daddy's gun. Don't you have better things to do? What? Oh, stop it now!
Is something the matter?
We'll see.
Well, the birds are flying, everything's away, and there's white smoke billowing up from your backyard.
My brother said his tree's on fire. Well, he's just elected a new pope.
Well, I guess it's work, all the birds are leaving.
This is all she wrote. I am going to let that man have.
Your dog just broke his chain and he's headed towards the smoke.
That dog will eat drum alive. Drum is unarmed.
Lisa, do something!
Please, I'm not your dog. I'm listening to you.
Miss, please, oh, please, it's not wet day. Say something to your dog.
Shelby?
Mama? Well, where is everybody?
I wasn't expecting you to get into town until after lunch.
Oh, we got a head start because of the traffic. We wanted to drop in on Jackson's parents' house on the way down.
What a treat!
And you have to catch them early. On Saturdays, they leave the house at the crack of dawn to start hunting furry little creatures.
Well, you must not have visited home.
Oh, we didn't. I could tell they were anxious to start killing things. We left the house and no one was there. Where's Ruby?
Oh, well, she and Nell are out back, sticking pennies in the fuse box. They decorated this little tree, and when I plugged it in, all the lights blew.
What are those things?
Red poinsettia earrings. They are a gift from Adele. She has discovered the wonderful world of arts and crafts.
Are Jonathan and Tommy home yet?
Yes, Jonathan got in yesterday morning, and he loves his classes. It's all he can talk about. I think the main thing that architecture school has taught him is how much he should hate his parents' house. Tommy got in last night and immediately started terrorizing your father. It's nice having a family home at Christmas.
Some things never change.
And how are you?
Oh, so good, Mama. Just great.
Well, you look wonderful. Is Jackson back at the house?
Oh, no, you know how twitchy he gets. I sent him off looking for stocking stuffers.
Good idea.
Jackson and I have something to tell you. We wanted to tell you when you and Daddy were together, but you're never together, so it's every man for himself. I'm pregnant.
Shelby,
I'm gonna have a baby.
I realize that.
Well, is that it? Is that all you're gonna say?
What you expect me to say?
Something along the lines of congratulations.
Congratulations.
Would it be too much to ask for a little excitement? Not too much. Won't want you to break a sweat or anything.
about this?
Oh, he's very excited. He swears he doesn't care whether it's a boy or girl, but I really know he wants a son so bad he can taste it. He's so cute about the whole thing, it's all he can talk about. Jackson Latchery Jr.
But does he listen? I mean, when doctors and specialists give you advice, I know you never listen, but does he? I guess since he doesn't have to carry the baby, it really doesn't concern him.
Mama, don't be mad. I couldn't bear it if you were. It's Christmas.
Shelby, I'm not mad. It's just hard.
Mama, I want a child.
Well, what about the adoption proceedings? You have filed so many applications.
Mama, it didn't take us long to see the handwriting on the wall. No judge is going to give a baby to someone with my medical track record. Jackson even put some feelers out about buying one.
People do it all the time.
Listen to me. I want a child of my own. I think it will really help things.
I see.
Mama, I know. Don't think I haven't thought this thing through. You can't live a life when all you do is worry, and you worry too much. In some ways, it's a comfort to me. Well, I never have to worry because I know you're worrying enough for the both of us. Jackson, I've given this a lot of thought.
Has he really? I guess there's a first time for everything.
Don't you start on Jackson.
Shelby, your poor body has been through so much already. Why would you deliberately want to?
Mama, diabetics have healthy babies all the time.
But you are special. There are limits to what you can do.
Mama, listen. I've got it all planned out. I'm going to be very careful. And this time next year, I'll be bringing you a big, healthy grandbaby to the Christmas festival. No one's going to be hurt or disappointed, and even inconvenienced.
Least of all Jackson, I'm sure.
You are jealous. Because you no longer have a say-so in what I do. It drives you up the wall. You're ready to spit nails because you can't call the shots.
I did not raise my child to talk to me this way.
Yes, you did. What did you say whenever any of us asked what you wanted us to be when we grew up?
Shelby, I am not in the mood for games.
What did you say? Just tell me what you said. Answer me.
All I have ever said is I wanted you to be happy.
Okay. What would make me happy is to have a baby. If I could adopt one, I would, but I can't. I'm gonna have a baby. I wish you'd be happy too.
I wish. I don't know what I wish.
Mama, I don't know why you have to make everything so difficult. I look at having this baby as the opportunity of a lifetime. Sure, there could be some risks involved, but that's true for anybody. You get through it and life goes on. And when it's all said and done, there'll be a little piece of immortality, Jackson's looks, and my sense of style, I hope. Mama, please, I need your support. I'd rather have 30 minutes of wonderful than a lifetime of nothing special.
Trudy, they're back on.
Mama, don't say anything yet. I want to tell Dad first.
I never tell anybody anything.
Well, look who's here. Give me a hug right here now.
Oh, truly Merry Christmas.
Ho, ho, ho. And now we have a special mystery guest. You're just in time. You can have the honor of lighting the tree of beauty.
Oh, how precious. What a novel idea to trim it with hair things.
It's all Annette's idea. She has quite an eye for the unusual.
Hi there.
did all this?
Guilty. Trivia just turned over the decoration responsibility to me. I like themes, and I despise the commercialization of Christmas. Always have. So I went down to the fire sale at the Baptist bookstore in Shreveport last month. They had mismatched manger scenes for incredibly low prices. I wiped them out of baby Jesuses, which Trivia's husband helped me modify into ornaments. Very simple. Tiny white lights, baby Jesuses as foolies.
My husband has redone Hood's old room so we now can have a workshop for her handicrafts. That little garage apartment is so cramped.
Isn't that nice? Are you boys coming home for Christmas?
No, Louis brought his girlfriend home at Thanksgiving. The nicest thing I can say about her is that all her tattoos are spelled correctly. Yes, it's just me, the old man and a nail. Do the honors, Missy, and hope it doesn't blow up again.
See? I know what I'm doing.
I know your mama is so happy you could get in early enough for the festival. I hear it's going to be the best ever. More fireworks, a nativity made entirely of sparklers, and a huge new sign on the riverbank that says, I heart Chicken Parish. It's going to be spectacular. Oh, and guess who the Grand Marshal of the parade is? Wayne Newton.
Oh, I would miss a Christmas festival for the world. Oh, Mama, while I'm thinking, I brought white chocolate cherry cheesecakes for our open house tonight.
That doesn't sound like finger food to me.
Oh, they're bite-sized like this.
Wow, I'm sure you know what you're doing.
Now? Perfect. Oh, and Mama, I've been cleaning out some closets, getting rid of stuff. And I brought you some things that I don't want and I hardly ever would. I thought maybe your patients would be less disturbed if they had something stylish to wear. Now?
The chair. Oh, excuse me, Shelby. If you don't have any special plans for those clothes, could I have them? Riverview Baptist is having a clothes closet for poor, and we're real low on women's dresses.
Sure, I think that's a wonderful idea. They're in the car, I'll get them in a minute.
It just breaks my heart she won't come to the Methodist church with me. I think Riverview Baptist is a little too praise the Lord for my taste.
Some of them do get a little carried away, but there's nothing wrong with that.
No, a lot of Mama's mental patients are born-again Christians, and I mean that only in the best sense of the word.
We're just glad to see Adele settling down and finding her way. She's had a rough few months, haven't she, honey?
Oh, after they finally grew Bunky to flee behind bars and I was rid of them, I went wild. I was drinking, running around, smoking, Jezebel. Trudy helped me see the error of my ways. I realized I have something to offer. I joined a church last month. Trudy's also helped me see I have talents. I've done guest lectures on beauty at the trade school.
Our little Adele has become one of the hottest tickets in town.
Trudy, stop. I am enjoying the city more, and I'm so excited for the Christmas festival today. I wanted to come to it all my life, and now I'll end here.
Tell her who you have a date with.
Trudy, will you hush?
Tell her, Missy. Shelby is pretty much totally responsible for the whole thing.
Sammy DeSoto.
He has a body that doesn't stop anywhere.
How am I responsible?
Well, he was bartending at your wedding reception last spring. That's when I met him. He makes a mean cherry coke.
Romance. This is what I live for. Can we do anything for you today, Shelby?
I'm beyond help. Last week, I discovered the beginning stages of roast beef.
Honey, time marches on, and eventually you realize it's marching across your face.
Never better.
My annual pecan-tastic.
Yes, my girl. I guess you're the happy one this morning.
Yes, I am. First state championship in 8 years.
You sound awful, Miss Clary.
Oh, hello, darling.
Can I get you some tea?
Yes, that would be nice. And I'm sorry I'm late. I overslept. We didn't get back into town until 1 o'clock, and it was a dazzling victory over Trichronic.
I heard you on the radio last night. You were wonderful.
What were you doing on the radio?
They let me be the color announcer for the Netherlands, and I was fabulous. I was too colorful for words.
Well, that was nice of them to let you talk on the radio.
Oh, honey, nice nothing. I own the radio station.
Oh, I own it!
KPPD, the station of choice for hair.
Shelby, how do you like Clary's new short and sassy look?
I love it. Just wait till I jack it up. It makes you look younger than 3.
My hair looks younger, my face looks just as old.
There's so much going on. The state championship last night, the Christmas festival today, the Messiah sing-along tomorrow.
Life in the big city was for you. Who's Miss Merry Christmas this year?
Oh, my niece, Nancy Bell, of course.
She was here at 7 this morning. I had to position her tiara properly on her head so it wouldn't slip around during the parade. I sprayed her hair within an inch of its life.
Why did I even have to ask? I should have known. All you millions are gorgeous. Beauty is genetic in your family.
Nancy Bell is a pretty girl, but did you know that she's Miss Merry Christmas, Miss Soybean, and Miss Watermelon? Empty is the head that wears the crown.
You have to admit, God did a little dance around that family. Drew is so successful. Belle does her own hair. Their children are perfect. They're like a family on TV, not a care in the world.
That's not necessarily true.
Oh,
That's all I'm gonna say.
Well, I should have won Miss Merry Christmas the year I ran. My talent was very showy.
We told you at the time, Shelby, fire batons are not everyone's cup of tea.
Mama did not approve of my twirling fire batons.
That's not true. I just don't approve when you insist on doing dangerous things.
Mama hated my fire batons.
I have never hated anything. I supported you. I just couldn't watch you. Your father, on the other hand, stood out. He took a great deal of pleasure standing out in the garden for hours, watching you practice and holding the garden hose just in case you caught fire.
Well, my entire pageant ensemble was coordinated in shades of pink, soup to nuts. And I twirled to the music from Hawaii Five-O. It was my theme song.
And we were very proud of it.
well, the year I competed, the swimsuit competition was my downfall. Most women look for a swimsuit that will lift and separate. I want one that will divide and conquer. I was built for comfort, not for speed.
Who won the title your year, Miss Clary?
Oh, child, nobody. There wasn't even a Christmas festival when I was high school. Well, why, Jesus wasn't even born until I was a junior in college. My friends and I were all out watching our flocks by night.
You know where Clary and Elle's got to get around her head.
I could just think. The parade doesn't even start before I was in already. People are parking on my lawn. It will flatten my grass.
Oh, here, let me hold you.
I hate out-of-town tourists.
Hello?
Shelby, what are you doing here?
Oh, being a tourist, I guess, but I won't flatten your grass, I promise.
Good God. You had the good sense to move away from this festival nonsense. I can't understand why you drag yourself back for a couple of firecrackers and drunk teenagers hurting on your shoes.
Well, I like it.
Miss Weezer, I think you need a healthy dose of Christmas spirit.
I have so much Christmas spirit, I could scream.
Merry Christmas.
I just finished putting out my yard decorations.
Weezer, keep off the grass signs are not Christmas decorations.
They are bordered in holly. You made them, didn't you? Your present is back at the house. I haven't wrapped it yet.
How's Rat?
He's getting along. As a matter of fact, he's the poster dog for the Christmas festival.
That is Brad. I didn't recognize him.
It's nice to see Brett with some hair again.
Well, I have to run some errands, but before I go, Miss Weezer, I have run into an old friend of yours,
Oh,
Owen Jenkins.
oh.
Oh, now there's a blast from the past.
Do you remember him? He remembers you.
Of course I remember him. He had the longest nose hair in the free world.
Not just anymore. He hardly has any hair anywhere.
Owen's been gone from chicken pen since God was born. I forgot he ever existed.
Well, now he lives in Monroe and he goes to First Presbyterian. He sings in the choir. One night at choir practice, we were doing this especially beautiful Mozart thing. I almost brought to tears. He offered me his handkerchief and we got to talking. When he found out where I was from, he asked if I knew you. I said not only did I know you, but that you were a neighbor, and that your dog has nearly killed my father on several occasions. He's had a real interesting life. He lived in Ohio somewhere, but his wife just recently passed, and so he's moved back down here.
Does this story have a point?
No, not really. He just remembers you fondly, I think.
Can't imagine why. He wasn't a bad fellow, but I managed to run him off and marry the first of two total deadbeats.
Under quiet love, my favorite.
Well, maybe I could arrange for some time for us to all get together.
Maybe not.
Why not?
Shelby, I managed in just a few decades to marry the two most worthless men in the universe and proceed to have the three most ungrateful children ever conceived. The only reason people are nice to me is because I have more money than God. I am not about to open a new can of worms.
You want to take the negativity in your soul.
Louisa, if that's really the way you feel, it isn't healthy. Perhaps you should come down to this guidance center and speak to someone. They're there to help.
I'm not crazy. I've just been in a very bad mood for 40 years.
Well, now, I gotta get the clothes out of my back seat. What do you want me to do with them?
Just bring them in.
Okay. And then I'll go finish my Christmas shopping, Mama.
Shoot, you haven't even started yet.
Please, I haven't even washed the dishes from Thanksgiving.
What did you give your mom?
I told her what part of it was this morning.
Well, let's hear it, Missy.
I think it's a secret.
Obviously, there's no such thing in this room.
It's up to you, honey.
I'm gonna have a baby!
Congratulations! No wonder you haven't said much this morning, Malia. Grandma, aren't you excited? Smile, it increases your face value. Oh, and the doctor said you couldn't have children. What do they know? I guess you showed them.
The doctor said she shouldn't have children. There's a big difference.
I gotta get the clothes. Miss Weezer, are you bringing your shrimp meat pies to the open house today?
They'll be there, don't I always?
Good. So will Owen Jenkins. I opened the works for you.
I can't believe she did that. Oh, after all these years, I'm not sure I can be gracious under pressure.
Shelby, oh Shelby, she lets her heart get in the way of things sometimes.
This baby, it's not exactly great news, is it?
She wants this so badly. I just don't know.
Honey, I wish I had some words of wisdom, but I don't. So I'm focused on the joy of the situation. Congratulations.
Absolutely.
Diabetics have healthy babies all the time, right?
It'll be just fine.
Of course it will.
Thank you, ladies. Of course you're right. We'll get through this just fine. And you know what they say, that which does not kill us makes us stronger.
What is that girl up to?
Shelby's donating some clothes to the poor.
I hope poor people like me.
Are you sure you don't mind me taking them? If your patients need them, they can have them.
No. Shelby said you could have them, and where Shelby says goes.
Mama, that's not true.
Shelby, you always seem to have the last word.
I do not.
Let's just hope none of these circumstances.
I'm gonna kick things off with one of our personal all around things. I'll see you at the top.
Didn't you scare you half to death coming back so late?
Oh, it wasn't that late, about 9:30, I guess.
Still, somebody knocking on my bedroom window after dark? Scared the daylight out of me.
Not me. Oak Springs Eternal, I suppose. I was so disappointed when I realized it was only my nephew.
Well, I think it's awful of Drew to throw his son out of the house. Parents should never throw their children out of the house.
Now, my brother can be very hot-headed when he wants to be. But he didn't really throw Marshall out. Marshall just came to my house while his daddy cooled off. And I adore Marshall. We stayed up half the night talking last night.
Well, that's it. Are you ready to meet the new Shelby Latry?
I don't know.
You're gonna have to sooner or later. I work with school and they're playing services.
I can't believe I'm getting so worked up over something as silly as a haircut.
You look precious.
Okay, I'm ready. Oh, gosh. It's so weird.
I did what you wanted, didn't I, honey?
Yes, I didn't mean... Of course, he did a beautiful job. I've never had short hair, that's all.
This is what we Cosmo girls call a rite of passage.
I'm sorry. I'm being so ridiculous.
Oh, honey, it's okay. Please don't. Please don't cry, because you know I will too. I have a street policy that no one comes along in my presence.
Ladies, please. Remind me never to take these two to see Dark Victory. They never survive.
Enough. I love my hair.
What artistic side is so related?
It's very common. I guess with that baby, you don't have time to spend hours fussing over your hair. You need something you can run your fingers through and go.
It's totally adorable, and your mother's gonna love it.
Mama is gonna freak out. She just thinks I'm here getting a trim. I was not up for a big debate with her this morning. Now, Trudy, let's do my nails.
This is a tree. No one around here animals, so maybe you don't even know what they're charged for. They're beauty.
Well, I'm gonna go first. I want to get completely pampered today. Mama's gonna want a manicure too.
I'm gonna paint my front door red and change my name to Elizabeth Arden.
Manicures and saucy new hairdos. What's going on?
Well, we're always up to something, you know that. But I want to get back to this Drew and Bell nonsense. I hope they can reconcile with Marshall. Speaking as a parent, I do not approve of friction between parents and children.
Oh, I think it'll all go over. Now, I have to admit, he did go about it the wrong way.
What did he do?
He marched in unexpected from Los Angeles while Drew and Bell were preparing for the annual Marvelous Shrimp Bowl. Marshall, without so much as a hello, says, Mom and Daddy, I have something to tell you. I have a brain tumor. I have 3 months to live. Well, naturally, Drew and Bell became hysterical. Then Marshall says, hey, folks, I'm only kidding. I'm just gay.
That was his idea of bringing abuse gently.
Drew became incredibly distraught and started throwing wet shrimp at him, screaming at him to get out of his sight. So Marshall came to my house smelling like a can of cat food.
What do you think Drew and Bill are feeling right now?
I don't know. They just considered themselves to be a model family for so long. First, with Nancy Bell dethroned from her Miss Merry Christmas title after that unfortunate motel thing.
What? What motel thing? I don't live here anymore, remember?
Nancy Beth was discovered at a nearby hotel with a high political official.
They were both high. They've been smoking.
In history, caught with her tinsel down around her knees. It was a very humiliating experience for the Marmelli family.
Well, how do you feel about Marshall?
No, I haven't really thought about it. But I want you to know he's always welcome at my house. I'm very proud of him. He built up that chain of sportswear stores all by himself and without a penny of family money. He says I'm a self-made man. I pull myself up by my own jock straps.
Praise.
Amen.
Amen. Anel,
Oh, is it still next,
no, it's under the.
Okay.
Was she praying? Yes. Why? Got me. Maybe she was praying for Marshall and Drew and Dale. Maybe she was praying for us because we were gossiping. Maybe she was praying because the elastic had shot her pantyhose. Who knows? She prays at the drop of a hat these days.
Well, how long has she been this way?
Ever since Mardi Gras, she had her choice of going to a Bible weekend with her Sunday school class or to New Orleans with me and 2 other sinners. She left that Friday, a pleasant, well-adjusted young lady, returned on Tuesday a Christian.
Well, what does her boyfriend say?
Sadie's so confused, he doesn't know whether to scratch his watch or wind his butt. He prays for her. He says he can deal with another man in her life, but he has trouble with the Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost.
I'm pretty religious, but this stuff makes me feel kind of creepy.
Well, I'm torn. I've got 2 sons that I'm afraid are going to hell in a handcart, and a semi-daughter who strives to be the kind of girl Jesus would bring home to Mama. I don't know what to think. I don't understand those people, but they sometimes seem to have a peace about things I've never had. Maybe I'm just jealous.
And Marshall is so thoughtful. He brought me this pen and this gold and enamel.
It's a bug.
It's fine jewelry. Its little eyes are rubies, my birthstone.
Does Marshall, have any, friends?
We talked a little bit about that. I'm such a nosy old thing. I asked Marshall how he met me. Because in my day, you could tell by a man's carriage and demeanor which side his bread was buttered on. But today, in today's day and age, who knows? I asked Marshall, how can you tell? He said, all gay men have track lights. And all gay men are named Mark, Rick, or Steve. Track lighting.
Morning.
Morning, Lisa.
What's up?
Miss Clary was just telling us the true story of track lighting.
I love mine. It highlights my hard
Since when do you have track lighting?
About 3 weeks. It's in my foyer and up the stairs. It was my grandson's idea.
I haven't seen him in ages. How is he?
Steve's fine. Tomatoes first of the season. Shelby, I didn't expect to see you in town.
Well, I'm here.
Take some tomatoes back home with you. There's plenty. Boy, your hair is short. Looks good.
Oh, thank you, Miss Weezer. Jack Jr. loves tomatoes and steers Mama cafe nurses in the kitchen.
Your mama says you have become an incredible boy.
I tried. When Jackson and I first married, all he wanted was meat, potatoes, and vegetables cooked just the way his mama made them. Cooked up the bush. I broke for that though. Last week I even got some takedown. He swore it was dog food, but Jack Jr. loved it.
Clary, how many tomatoes do you want? Tomatoes have no calories and are full of things.
Louisa, you're almost chipper today. Why are you in such a good mood? Did you run over a small child or something?
Do you or do you not want tomatoes?
Well, don't give me all of them.
Somebody's got to take them. I hate it. I try not to eat healthy food if I can help it. The sooner this body wears out, the better off I'll be. And I have trouble getting enough grease into my diet.
And why do you grow them?
I am an old Southern woman. We're supposed to wear funny-looking hats and ugly old dresses and grow vegetables in the dirt. Don't ask me why. I don't make the rules.
You should get yourself some gloves. Your hands look like a couple of T-bone steaks.
Health is the most important thing, Miss Weezer. Trust me on this.
And while I have everyone's attention, this morning I went to my mailbox and found that someone has put me on the mailing list for for the Riverview Baptist Church. Lucky me, I am now receiving chain letters for Christ.
They are not chain letters. They're part of my prayer group's Reach Out and Touch project. We were each supposed to reach out to someone in the community that we thought might be in spiritual trouble. I guess it made everybody's lips.
I think it is in the worst possible taste to pray for perfect strangers.
Reach out to Weezer and you'll pull back a bloody stone. Shelby, I just realized next Friday, Sis O'Reilly and I are coming up to Monroe, and we'd like to take you and Jackson to dinner if we may.
Oh, I can't Friday, I'm sorry. What's the occasion?
This is gonna sound a little silly, but we're coming up to go to the little theater. We have tickets to a play.
I didn't know you went to see anything that didn't have a goalpost at either end.
So now I have it. But Sis and I decided at Bridge one day that we needed to keep up, and we wanted to expose ourselves to a little more culture. And that's not easy to come by in this neck of the woods.
Exactly what are you exposing yourself to?
I don't know, something. The last thing we saw there was pretty good. It was Shakespeare. Now, I was a little apprehensive at first, but once you get right down to it, he writes pretty straightforward stuff. Now, when they hide behind curtains and put little masks over their faces to fool people, that got kind of silly. Sis fell for it, but I didn't.
Sis Aurelia is so dumb, she thinks Sherlock Holmes is a subdivision.
Anyway, Sis and I like it so much, we're planning a theater trip to New York.
Oh, New York! Marie, I'm great with envy. Promise me you'll go to the first floor of Bloomingdale to come back and tell me everything. Women's Day says you can't walk through there without getting made up.
Oh, we're just talking. I'm scared to death of getting on the plane.
It's a piece of cake. You're safer flying than in a car. Just sit in the rear. It's the best place to survive a crash.
Miss Lisa, why don't you go to Monroe with Miss Clary?
I am not exposing myself to anything.
You should broaden your horizons.
You broaden your horizons your way. I'll broaden my horizons mine. I have plans next Friday. I'm going to Shreveport to have my colors done.
Your what?
I'm going to get my colors done. I'm going to find out if I'm summer or spring or winter or fall. It's a present from Owen.
What are you talking about?
Every person has a particular coloring. Summer, spring, so on. You determine what season you are. Then you know what colors look best on you. Then you're given samples of the colors in your palette. It's most helpful when you shop for clothes. It gives you fashion courage.
That's the stupidest thing I ever heard.
It's all the rage.
A lot of my friends in Monroe have had it done.
There's a quiz on that very topic in that Women's Day right over there. I'm the epitome of winter.
Why don't you have it done, Shelby? You're so fashion conscious.
Oh, no, I'm too scared to. I might find out that pink is not my palette, and I don't think I could live with that.
I have heard it all. Well, I'm going to the theater. I'm going to support the arts in our area.
I'll write a check. I will support art. I just don't want to see it.
What color do you know?
Let's get one thing straight. I don't see plays because I can nap at home for free. I don't see movies because they're all trash and full of naked people. And I don't read books because if they're any good, they'll be made into a mini-series.
I don't know why you and Daddy don't get along any better than you do. Miss Weezer, how are things going with Owen? I tried to check up on him. I haven't been able to lately.
They're all right. I enjoy his company, on occasion.
I can report that the Sherwood Floors delivery truck stops by her house at least twice a week.
Oh.
He knows I like fresh flowers.
And I can report that a strange car is parked in her garage at least once a week.
There, my secret's out. I'm having an affair with a Mercedes-Benz.
Lisa, forgive me, I've been trying to ask this. Are you gonna know and, you know,
of anyone's business. But no, we are friends. He would like more. I'm dealing with that. But I am old and set in my ways.
You are playing hard to get.
At her age, she should be playing beat the clock. That's like y'all both have trouble with them new tricks.
No talking trash in my shop.
I can't help it if men find me desirable.
Shelby, when are you gonna bring that baby of yours by?
Oh, I brought a picture of him.
That's
Look at
baby
his shape. He is about 15 pounds now.
God, he is a tiny thing.
Well, they only weighed a pound and a half when he was born. They'll catch up. Give him time.
Those were some anxious hours, weren't they? We didn't know who to worry about most. You or that baby.
Well, I certainly wouldn't recommend having a baby 3 months premature.
Oh, I get upset just thinking about it.
Then let's don't. Yep. Jack Jr. is a little fighter, and he's gonna wear me out. Wish I knew where he got all that energy from.
Don't try to do it all yourself. You get that husband of yours to help. They're supposed to be helping out this decade.
He helps. Mama doesn't think he does, but he does. Sometimes. When he thinks about it, which isn't often. Most of the time he doesn't do a damn thing, and every weekend he's on play.
Well, Jackson certainly is a good provider.
Yes, that's true.
And he'll come around. And when he does, I want you to run tell me how you accomplished it, and I'll get to work on that sofa slut I'm married to.
That sounds pretty.
I thought so. Pride and Passion is my favorite. It's luscious without being sleazy. Now, ladies, next Saturday we're going to have to make time adjustments. I'm going to be here by my lonesome. Annelle is taking a well-deserved vacation.
That's nice. Are you taking a trip?
Yes, I am.
Well, aren't you going to tell us where you're going?
No.
I don't know how I'll get through the week without this information.
You'll just make fun.
Annelle, you know I love it when you go on and on about your spiritual growth. I just can't get enough.
She has a very nice little trip planned to Camp Crossroads in the Ozarks.
I don't think I ever heard of Camp Crossroads.
It's in the middle of Arkansas. It's a Christian camp. There's just cabins, a chapel, a dining hall, in the middle of the mountains with a lake. I will spend a week in Bible study, prayer, and meditation. You're in the middle of nature, surrounded by the beauty of the Lord.
Are there water beds?
Leave her alone.
I'm just trying to find out more about Camp Crossroads. I might want to go.
Now that's a lie. You haven't done a religious thing in your life.
That's not true. When I was in school, a bunch of my friends and I would dress up like nuns and go bar hopping.
Is your boyfriend coming with you?
No. He said he'd rather eat dirt.
I'm going to check up on my granddaughter and make sure she's still going to the Episcopal Church. This born-again process seems awfully tedious.
I have to say this, Miss Weezer, and I don't mean to hurt you, but I worry about your faith sometimes.
My faith is fine. It's my hair that needed the work.
Weezer, one of these days somebody's going to cut the feet out of your stockings.
Weezer, have you no shame?
Oh, that's all right, Trudy. I love Miss Weezer. I pray for her every day, sometimes twice.
Morning, everyone.
Morning.
Shelby?
Mama, don't say anything. I like it. It'll be so much easier to deal with.
Oh, bless your heart.
It'll dry so quick, and all I have to do is rub my fingers through it.
You haven't had short hair since
Kindergarten.
I know. I decided today that I'll get all my hair cut off every 25 years.
I love it. I do.
Oh, it's not too perky.
You look great.
How are you feeling?
Oh, hi, Mama. How are you?
Fine, I brought you a goodie. You can open it later.
Melinda, it must be nice having your entire family home this weekend.
Oh, it's very rare indeed, and it has been very nice.
Any special reason?
No, just to get together. Last week was our anniversary.
Why didn't you say something to remind me? I want to bake you something. Drum loves my nut surprise cake.
We've never considered it a special occasion before.
Which one is it?
30th.
Oh, that's a big one. Well, what is the 30th?
How do you mean?
Well, you know, first anniversary's paper, 20th is China, 25th is silver, so 30th anniversary must be.
Valium.
Ron say if he heard you say that.
Nothing. He has no idea what Valium is. The man prides himself on having absolutely no tension, which is amazing considering how much he has created over the years. Listen at me. I need to stop taking pot shots at Drum all the time. He's a good man. He's crazy, but he's a good man.
He seems to be behaving himself lately. He was most civil in the Piggly Wiggly yesterday. I was caught off guard and smiled every SOB before I called back.
The most bizarre thing has happened. Drum and I seem to be rediscovering the things that brought us together in the first place. I don't know if we became popular or we buried them.
Used to be the thought of all parents being romantic would make me and my brother sick to our stomachs. But it's actually very sweet. It's been a lovely week.
Every now and then, Drum and I seem to find these moments of magic. I don't know. I don't know if I'm lucky to have what I have or lucky to know what I have.
That's too deep for me. I have to get my ties rotated.
Lynn, maybe you should write a romance novel based on your recent experiences. I could help you with the dirty parts.
No one would ever believe it. Shelby, you look a little pale.
I'm fine, Mama. How are you?
Well, ladies, if you're out and about this afternoon, stop by the Dixie Plaza Shopping Center. The radio station is sponsoring a summer fiesta with lots of prizes and a live band. They call themselves Single Bullet Deer.
Shelby, what have you done to yourself?
It doesn't hurt.
What have you been doing? Have you seen Miss Lynn?
I have, yes. Well, the doctor's just trying to straighten my legs. They're in terrible shape.
It looks like you've been driving nails into your arms. What's going on here?
Shall we tell him, Mama?
I suppose so. No need to keep it a secret any longer. Shelby has been driving nails into her arms.
It's my dialysis.
What?
Dialysis. It's.
I know what it is.
Please tell us what's going on, honey.
Well, this is no big thing. No big thing. Stop looking at me like that.
How long have you been doing this dialysis?
A couple of months.
Mary Lynn Edenton, I'm without words. What haven't I been told?
What would have been the point? Sometimes you just don't like talking about things.
What would have been the point? There's nothing you could do.
We could have done something.
I just can't believe you didn't say anything. Now this is selfish. This is very selfish of you.
Now, hold on. You're not talking like this is something.
This isn't something.
Well, how did Jack Jr. put too much stress on my kidneys and now they're kaput? That's all. The doctor said this would probably happen.
That's all? That's all she says.
Well, I responded beautifully to dialysis. Do I look bad?
Well, you look beautiful, but
Well, maybe you'll let us in on what's going to happen.
Do you have to do this dialysis forever?
I could, I suppose. But that's not real convenient when you're chasing after a 15-month-old ball of fire. So I'll just get a kidney transplant and I'll be fine.
Is it that easy?
Sure, they do them in Shreveport all the time, 3 to 4 weeks.
They do. Our Sunday school class was praying for one just the other day.
But the hard part is finding the kidney, isn't it?
I saw something about it on the news, and it's so dramatic.
How long do you have to wait?
There have been people at dialysis that have been waiting for years.
It must be agony.
I suppose. But I'm lucky. I don't have to wait any longer. Mama's gonna give me one of her kidneys.
What? When?
We check in tomorrow morning.
You're giving Shelby a kidney tomorrow, and you haven't even mentioned it?
Trudy, please do my hair. I'm in a bit of a rush.
I never thought there would ever come a time when words would fail me. I think this is it.
Why didn't you tell us?
We just told you. We haven't even known that long ourselves. We were only just tested last week. I was the best match.
What do you mean match?
Well, there are 4 categories for the William match.
Categories?
Swimsuit, evening gown, talent and personality interview.
I'm gonna snatch you bald headed.
We are very upset here.
I passed upset a long time ago.
I'm sorry, that's Tommy's joke. I think it's funny.
No wonder your whole family's in town, Melina.
I'm just so relieved it's May. The boys are too young. I wouldn't want them to go through it. And who would want one of drums being old organs? But I have discovered that the best thing is, with all the testing and stuff, that I have the constitution of someone 10 years younger. How about that?
It must be so painful.
Well, not for me. My operation is simple. Mama's is awful. They basically have to saw her in half to get to the kidney. Major surgery for her.
They have to saw you in half.
We're giving ourselves to the stars all the time.
Now, Lynn, this is no matter.
Trust me, Miss Clarine, there have been more than enough tears.
It'll make my waist smaller. They have to take out my bottom ribs to get to my kidneys.
Cher had her ribs taken out to have a smaller waist.
Please, that woman's out of her mind.
Look, Shelby, earlier this morning, I said I would be better off when my body wears out. I didn't mean that. You know better than to pay any attention to anything I say.
Miss Weezer, forget it.
Well, I'm a terrible person.
No, you're not, Weezer. You give your dog a kidney if you need one.
Absolutely.
You two seem so calm and collected. I'm happy.
Look at the opportunity I have. Most mothers only get to give their child life once. I get to do it twice. And she needs her help to chase after that rambunctious kid of hers. I have 2 kidneys, I only need 1. I'm just glad to get it over with before it gets too hard.
Ain't that the truth?
I'm gonna postpone my vacation today so I can sit with your husband and run and get Coca-Colas and things.
Oh, that's so sweet, but don't change your plans.
We'll make sure Drum has enough food.
Yes, you must put your house out of your mind. We'll take care of everything.
Thank you, ladies, I appreciate it, and I know Drum will too.
Malin, you are brave. You are brave.
And you know, if I didn't know any better, Shelby, I wouldn't have known you'd ever been sick a day in your life.
That is the biggest compliment anyone has ever paid me.
Poor Shelby.
Don't say that. I have my baby. I am very happy. If this is part of the price I have to pay, then I have to pay it. I'll deal with it. Now, if I'm not mistaken, somebody has a present to open.
Oh, is it for me?
Only if you can wear a size 4.
Take it in.
Mama, would you?
Sure. It's just a little something I picked up on sale. Truthfully,
Ladies, do I look fabulous or what?
God bless you, Shelby.
You're gonna be the sassiest girl in the hospital.
what about me?
You ladies better come visit us.
I'll be sitting right by your side when you wake
And I'll keep Drum calm during the operation.
We are in such good hands. Mommy, you're gonna be a while. So I'm gonna run back to the house, spend some time with Daddy.
Good. Drum's not taking this very well. He falls apart at the least little thing.
Trudy, this is probably gonna gross you out, but could I have my hair? Is that too repulsive?
People do it all the time.
I had it for so long. Guess it represents an era or something.
Oh, honey, your nails. I'll put it in a box and give it to you, Mama.
I love you all. Miss Clary, will you do something for me?
Of course.
The next time you see Drew and Belle, I know they're upset about Marshall and all, but will you tell them that I said, if this is the most disturbing thing that's ever happened to them, they should just get over it.
I'll tell them today.
Trudy, why isn't my radio playing? There. That's better.
On that 14th straight pitch. If the Devils keep playing like this, they just might have another state championship at Carl Road. The playoffs going in 27-6. There's no new verdict on the lawsuit brought by Reverend QTV against the Chicopee Parish Board of Education. The Reverend was the pastor of the Riverdale Baptist Church, has filed a suit saying that the use of the devil as a mascot for our high school team, it encourages satanic behavior among the youth in our communities. We'll reach for comment by the devil on the head coach, Wyatt Thibodeau. He said, and I quote, tell him to go ahead.
I'm sorry, honey. You know I would if I could, but I just can't today. I just put you in first thing Monday.
She is the winner of the sweepstakes.
See you then, Susan.
By KPPG and by Miller. Mr. Finch wins an all spin paid weekend in Baton Rouge and a year's supply of plywood, sponsored by Mount Miller. The finals, and I mean the finals plywood is money to die. If you're going out today, you better follow up, because we do good to be 39 degrees.
39 degrees.
Last
You
night,
were right, Trudy.
It's too cold for this time of year. I'm gonna run with that.
I don't like it one bit. I turn blue when it's this cold, and blue is not in my color palette.
Anne Boleyn had 6 fingers.
Who's Anne Berlin?
Anne Boleyn, she was one of the 6 wives of Henry VIII.
I never watched public television.
She had 6 fingers.
What happened to the other 4?
She had 11 total.
Are you trying to confuse me? What are you talking about?
This article says she had 6 fingers on one hand, so she had all of her dresses made so the sleeves hung down to the fingertips, so she wouldn't look weird.
Reader's Digest is a font of useful information.
Clary, I just love my new scarf. You are so thoughtful. It really jazzes up this outfit.
Well, the only thing that separates us from the animals is our ability to accessorize.
And I want to spray just a little more of my French perfume in the air. I love it so much. I love when the smell just fills the air.
Well, don't waste it. That stuff ain't cheap.
Save it, honey. We'll have to burn our clothes as it is.
I'm just so touched that you remembered us.
I had a
And I love cherries too. I may want more of that sometime.
You're welcome to it.
You don't like it, do you?
It's perfect for me. A friend this busy will never show dog hair.
My feet feel like 2 blocks of ice.
This tastes like it was made in a rubber tiger.
And they'll remember to get that new thing for the Mr. Coffee.
Okay. Have any of you seen her this morning?
I haven't. I went directly to the house when I got in. Only the boys were there.
Do you think she'll drop by today?
I doubt it. Her hair is probably the farthest thing from her mind.
Who knows what's on her mind, but she might need something, and I just wanted to be here for her.
How are the boys?
As well as can be expected.
My husband and I are taking some barbecue over there later.
I have never seen so much food.
You can never have enough at times like these. My husband's back at the apartment cooking up a storm. He's convinced this red beans and rice will make everybody feel better.
Well, maybe he's right. That's why they call it soul food. I'm gonna have to get his recipe.
Or you'll have to ask him. Sammy runs me off whenever he starts cooking. That kitchen's so tiny, he's scared that he'll hit me in the stomach with a spatula.
When are you moving, Annelle?
Next month.
You had to ask. I can't stand it that she's moving away now that I'm about to be a semi-grandmother.
Oh, Trudy, it's just down the street. A hop, a skip, and a jump. That apartment was so squinched that Sammy and I had to step outside if we wanted to change our minds. You're toying with me, aren't you?
A little bit. A lot. Guess it's just being the old man.
Oh, truly be thankful. You'd miss him if he were gone.
You know, just last night he actually got up off the couch and said, let's go out to eat. When I came to, I asked him what's the matter. Every dog had been preempted. That's when he told me that he's got a good shot at doing the electrical contracting for the new college library. I'm not supposed to tell anybody.
Welcome home, Clary. How was Paris?
Perfectly beautiful. I ate too much. I brought you something pretty.
You shouldn't have. Please don't turn off Shelby's radio. I like the noise.
There's special programming today. I had Jonathan go down to the station and pull the music that Shelby was like, and it'll play it too.
He told me. I think you may be surprised at some of the things you hear.
That's all right. It's for Shelby.
Lynn, just tell us, what can we do?
Thank you. Trudy, do you think you could work some magic? I know I look like 10 miles of dirt road.
Let me get my wand and my fairy dust. How are you doing, honey?
I'm fine. Truthfully, I'm a little worried about Drum. The boys got in last night. I don't know how they're doing. And Jackson is Jackson. Truthfully, it's hard to be somber with a baby running around.
Malin, I'm just beside myself. Wasn't Shelby fine when I left? Can you talk about it?
Oh, sure. Well, basically, after the transplant failed, she had to go back on dialysis. You knew that. In the last few months, everything had been fine, but last Monday, everything went wrong. It was like dominoes. They thought they could correct things with a little surgery. And when they were wheeling her down the hallway, she said, Mama, I'm going to feel so good when this is over. Then they gave her the anesthesia.
In a way, she was right. Maybe she knew she was going to be with her king.
Yes, and now maybe so.
We should be rejoicing.
You go on ahead. I wish I could feel that way. I guess I'm a little selfish. I'd rather have her here.
Miss Marie, I don't mean to upset you by saying that. You see, when something like this happens, I pray very, very hard to make heads or tails of it. I think in Shelby's case, she wanted to take care of that baby, of you, of everybody she knew. Her poor body was just worn out. It wouldn't let her do everything she wanted to do. So she went on to a place where she could be a guardian angel. She will always be young, And I personally feel much safer knowing she's up there on my side. I know some people might think that sounds real simple and stupid, and maybe I am, but that's how I get through things like this.
Thank you, Annelle. I appreciate that. It's very good advice. Shelby, as you know, would not want us to get all mired down and wallow in this. She lived on it as one of life's little occurrences, and we should get on with things the best way we know how, just get over it. That's what my mind says, but I wish somebody would explain it to my heart.
Tommy said you never left her side.
Well, I didn't feel like playing bridge. You know, it's interesting. Both boys were very difficult births. I almost died when Jonathan was born. Very difficult births. Shelby was a breeze. I could have gone home the afternoon I had her. And I kept thinking about that while she was in the coma, and I sat beside her. I kept working her legs and her arms and keep the circulation going. I told the nurses we were doing our Jane Fonda. And I kept pushing, just like I always have where Shelby's concerned, hoping she'd sit up and argue with me. And we realized there was no hope. And that is when I panicked. I was very afraid I wasn't going to live through the next few minutes when they turned off the machines. Drum couldn't take it, he left. Jackson couldn't take it, he left. Struck me as amusing. Men are supposed to be made of steel or something. I could not leave. I sat there and I held Shelby's hands while the sounds got softer and the beeps got farther apart. There was nothing but quiet. No noise. No trembling. Just peace. It struck me how lucky I was as a woman. I was there when this wonderful person drifted into my world, and I was there when she drifted out again. It was the most precious moment of my life thus far.
Well, I don't know how your insides are doing, but your hair is holding up beautifully. All it needs is a little bit of promise. Did you have it done in Shreveport?
No, I did it myself.
Oh, Missy, I want to hear that kind of talk.
It felt so odd to do my own hair. I had no idea about the back.
You did a lovely job. All I did is smooth out the rough spots. In fact, I'm going to be looking some temporary help when the nail goes out on maternity leave. Are you interested?
I didn't know if I would have time to come here. I didn't know if I'd feel like coming here. But this morning, this is where I wanted to be more than anywhere else. Isn't that silly? No. Last night I went to Shelby's closet for something. Guess what I found? All our Christmas presents. Stacked up, wrapped, with her own two hands. I better go.
Check the back.
Oh. Perfect, as always. Oh. Shelby. Shelby was right. It does look like a red football helmet.
Are you feeling all right?
I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm great.
very Christian thing to do.
Now, honey, you're gonna have to lighten up.
My husband tells me the same thing.
Oh, I bet Lloyd got a kick out of that one.
Lloyd did get a lot of enjoyment at my expense when he was alive.
Malin, you know how much Lloyd adored Shelby. I bet he's up there right now showing her around and fixing her speeding tickets.
Shelby's always crazy about Lloyd.
She worshipped the quicksand he walked on. And I'm sure when Shelby got up there, he was very happy to see a familiar face. He was a Louisiana politician, and we don't know many people to make it happen. Please, you know I love you more than I love my luggage.
Color TV.
Well, thank you.
Now that you two have made up, we gotta let this woman go. She's got to pull herself together. She cannot be a killer of strength with eye makeup running down her neck.
You go right on ahead, Miss Malin will be just fine.
I made everyone cry. I shouldn't have carried on the way I did, I'm sorry.
Don't be silly. Laughing through tears is my favorite emotion.
Perhaps I should start having more emotional outbursts. Perhaps I should start having them at home more often. Dro would be so pleased. I'm glad I came. Shelby would have had a good time here this morning.
I'm sure she did.
Malin, tell your family, especially Drum, that they've been in my prayers. Yes, Adele. Yes, I said, I hope you're satisfied.
I have suspected this all along.
But don't you go trying to get me to come out of your church to one of those tent revivals with all those Bible readers doing God only knows what. They probably make me eat a live chicken.
Not on your first visit.
Good, Adele. Spoken like a true smartass.
Malin, Owen wanted me to tell you you're in his thoughts.
I didn't think that you and Owen were.
He's coming on Monday to take me to Shelby's circus. That girl will do anything to get us together. I better go.
Well, then you promise you call if you need anything, you hear?
And if her line's busy, you call me.
Call me. I had a call waiting. Just got it.
I will.
Miss Malin, I don't know if this is the time or the place, but I wanted to tell you that Sammy and I decided if this is a girl, we want to name it Shelby. So she was the reason we met in the first place, if you don't mind.
Mind. Shelby would be tickled. I'm so excited I'm tickled pink.
What do you name it if it's a boy?
Shelby, I guess.
That's the way it should be. Life goes on.
Well, then I know it hurts, but it'll get better. And if you feel like you need to take a whack on something, just come on over and hit on me. I won't break.
I might just do that. You all don't know how wonderful you are.
Of course we do.